Hi, it's Robin Sharma, and welcome to this mastery session. And here is my opening question. How good are you being alone? If you look at the great geniuses, you look at the great women and men of the world, you look at the most creative people, you look at people who are building great businesses, they all have one thing in common. They spend a lot of time thinking. And you will never get your best insights in a noisy restaurant or being surrounded by your best friends. We live in a world that in many ways says, well, if you want to be liked and if you want to fit in, make sure you have a lot of people around you and your life is layered with lots of complexity and shiny toys and bells and whistles. Blaise Pascal, the French mathematician, said something I've never forgotten. He said, most of man's miseries derive by his inability to sit quietly in a room by himself. Tranquility is the new luxury. I'm going to repeat that again because it's so important. Tranquility is the new luxury. Most people in the world right now are so addicted to distraction. There's so much going on. They're exhausted. And so one of the single best moves you can do to get your best thinking done, to get your best insights, to be more intentional as you go through your days, to amplify your productivity, creativity, and prosperity is this: make more time to be alone. And to go even deeper, make the time and develop the ability to like yourself more. You know, you are the only person who will be with you your entire lifetime. We're going to lose loved ones. People come and go. You are the only person that will be with you as long as you are alive. And so why not build intimacy and fluency with you? Your relationship with yourself, powerful point here. Your relationship with yourself sets up your relationship with your spouse, the rest of your family. Your relationship with yourself is really what drives your relationship with your teammates and coworkers. Your relationship with yourself sets up your relationship with money, because you will never have a higher income than your self-identity. Your relationship with yourself drives your performance in your career. Your relationship with yourself sets up your entire relationship with your world. The doorway to success then swings inward, not outward. And as you build that relationship with your final self, as you build a relationship with your values, as you build the relationship with your gifts and your talents, as you meditate and contemplate and reflect on your true wisdom, what starts to happen is you peel away your ego, which is simply the voice of your fear. And you get to know that inner warrior and that primal genius that lurks within every human heart. You have it. But is your ego screaming more loudly than your inner hero? And if that's the case, then you're not intimate with who you truly are. Life's greatest betrayal is not knowing who you truly are. So where do you get to know your best self? In the twilight of quiet. It is in the tranquility of the early morning hours, or maybe those quiet hours before you go to sleep, where you can pull out a journal and write about the person you've always wanted to be. It might be where you meditate on the person you want to become. You might want to pray in your quiet hours alone about what you want your life to stand for. I spend a lot of time early in the morning with my eyes closed, visualizing the life I want to create. All I know is my best thinking, my greatest self-excavation, my highest personal growth doesn't happen when I'm in a room full of people. It happens when I have carved out the time to be alone. That's when I can hear the silent whispers of my greatest self. Well, you can't be alone and you won't make time to be tranquil if you're scared of yourself. You see, I believe a lot of people, the reason why they're on their phones all day long or watching TV all day long or busy being busy or addicted to alcohol or medication or gossiping, those are simply flights and escapes from intimacy with who they truly are. You see, what I'm really saying is most people have all this pain and self-hatred deep within them. So because they've never processed through that pain, they need to structure their life to be busy where they're always doing things because they're scared of being alone. Because when you're alone, you not only start thinking, you start feeling. I'm going to repeat that again because it's so fundamentally important. When you are alone, all your deepest feelings that you've been resisting come up. Well, is that hard and uncomfortable? It is, but that's where your growth is. There's a concept I teach, not only mindset, which everyone's talking about. There's a word I've introduced for the past few years in my work called heart set, and also health set and soul set. But on the heart set point, when you start to feel that pain and get to know that pain, you release that pain. The way to heal a wound is to feel a wound. And trust me, every single human being on the planet, unless you're enlightened, has wounds and associated pain. And so in the quiet times, yes, you can read, and yes, you can meditate, and yes, you can think, and yes, you can grow, but you can also go into your heart set and start processing through the toxic emotions that are actually limiting your performance, your creativity, productivity, prosperity, and impact on humanity. So I just want to remind you, a great life has times out in the world and periods alone in the wilderness. And if you want to be thoughtful, if you want to be a heavyweight on the planet, you want to dominate your domain, if you want to rise to legendary, if you want to live a beautiful lifestyle, it starts with getting to know who you truly are. Your gifts, your talents, your ego voices, your weakness. It's about being alone so you know your values, how you want to live, what your mighty mission is, what your high value targets are, and ultimately, it's about connecting. I'm going to get a little dangerous here, but being alone is about pondering and reflecting on your mortality. You see, the more you think about how you will have wished you will have lived when you're no longer here, the more intimacy and fluency you build with the shortness of life and your mortality, the more, and if you do it every day alone, each day will then be a platform to get closer to how you will have wished you will have lived at the end. That's called an intentional life, a clear life, a heroic life, and a leadership life. And that's my great wish for you. So make the time to be alone a lot more often and get comfortable being alone, and then do the work required so you excavate who you truly are and bring that light, talent, genius, and love to a world absolutely aching for true heroes. So I hope this mastery session has helped you a lot. I've given my heart and soul in this one, so I hope you feel how much I care and I really want to help you. Here's what I would encourage you to do. If you have found this mastery session valuable, please share it with 3 people as quickly as possible, and then start the conversation with them about everything that you learned. Number 2, if you would like me to mentor you and you want to go 100x deeper into this kind of material that I've shared on, whether it's neuroscience or the philosophy of greatness, if you really want to multiply and accelerate your productivity, if you really want to bring your fire and your primitive and primal heroism to the world, and you're tired of playing small, when you're tired of limiting yourself, well, then I would love to work with you if you're that kind of person. And there is information below on my monthly mentoring program. It's absolutely world-class. It's called Circle of Legends. And if you feel you want to work at Legendary and live that heroic life that I truly believe you're destined to live, check out the information below in Circle of Legends. And I'd love to be of service to you in the program. Finally, if you haven't read my book, The 5 a.m. Club, I spent 4 years of hard labor working on the 5 a.m. Club, and essentially it's 333 pages of me distilling the best ideas I've learned over 2 decades working with billionaires and companies like Starbucks, General Electric, Nike, Microsoft, IBM, and organizations like NASA and Young Presidents Organization. And so read the 5 a.m. Club. I promise you it will be a tool for transformation and a manifesto for absolute mastery. To find the book, you can find it online or just go over to the5amclub.com. And I'm really excited to share that after you finish the book, at the end of the book, there is a free, and I want to emphasize free, because I really want to help you lock in the 5 a.m. Club habit. It is the mother of all habits. You get your morning right, your days will be right. Your days are world-class. You'll have world-class weeks, quarters, and years. The single best move you can make is to join the 5 a.m. Club, run the 20-20-20 formula that I walk you through in the book, because as you begin your day, so you handcraft your life. And I'm excited to share at the end of the book, you will find details for a free 66-day online program where after you finish the book for 66 days, which is the period of time required to install a new habit, I will literally mentor you through morning mastery meditations and videos at no charge for 66 days until you reach the point that researchers call automaticity, where it actually becomes easier to get up at 5 a.m. than not to get up at 5 a.m. Final thing I want to share with you, a portion of my royalties on every copy of the 5 a.m. Club sold goes to fight leprosy on the planet. It's a violent affliction. I am all in to help fight leprosy as much as I humanly can. So when you invest in a copy of the 5 a.m. Club, you not only invest in your growth and transformation, you invest in helping a child with leprosy live a better life. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next mastery session, and be great. Hi, this is Robin Sharma. I hope you received great value from this mastery session. If you'd like to receive potent training videos, blog posts, learning tools, and information on my 2 live events, Personal Mastery Academy and my flagship 4-day experience, the Titan Summit, go ahead and visit robinsharma.com.